When I heard James Harden was working on something new for this season, my mind raced as to what it could possibly be. After all, he had already revolutionized drawing fouls on jump shots, as well as pushed the boundaries of footwork on his three-point step back. Needless to say, when he unveiled the one-footed three-pointer off the dribble, a lot of people took notice. And it got me to thinking, is this really a good shot? Should this be the next phase in creating open looks from behind the arc? But once I started really looking into it, I realized he wasn't even being that revolutionary. The one-footed runner from outside the key has been with the game since almost the beginning. While most jump shots were standstill set shots with both hands, after Hank Lucetti came on the scene in the late 30s, the runner from a little distance was a staple. And it turns out, in the modern NBA, this shot hadn't gone extinct. Rex Chapman wowed us all with his game-tying shot against Seattle. Steve Nash used it as a runner inside the lane, but would also venture beyond the paint to unleash this quick-release beauty. Let's not forget Kobe beating the Heat with Dwayne Wade on a clutch three-pointer off the left foot and off the glass. And Dwayne Wade got it back with this game winner in overtime versus the Bulls. Jamal Crawford treated us to a double pump swish in Richard Hamilton's face back in the day. Why does this keep happening to the Bulls? Pero Antic got one from the corner to tie this game against Charlotte. And LeBron got into the act in much the same way Harden did, by heading to the corner and then lifting off the left, fading away, and cold swishing the shot. Kyrie couldn't be one-upped, so he did the exact same shot from the same corner, and wouldn't you know it, the same result. When James Harden decided to make this his signature addition to his bag of tricks, he was just joining a long line of one-footed runners. But the question remains, is this a good shot or not? I got on the court and started playing with it, and I gotta tell you, I liked it. It felt like I had more power, so my arms didn't have to do much work at all except get it straight. And it really felt to me that if I spent some time perfecting it, it could be a truly viable shot. I got on the court with some familiar faces to try this shot out and get their input. I am back on the court with Austin Mills, NBA host, trick shot extraordinaire, and we're going to talk about a thing that James Harden has been adding to his bag of tricks this season, the one-footed three-point shot. And I just thought, let's ask you what you think about this shot and if it's a viable thing for anybody not named Harden.
So I'm glad you asked me, because it's driving me nuts. I think that it's a little bit of a ridiculous shot. See, I made it, but that feels so uncomfortable. It's one of those shots that I don't think needs to be in the game, but he's trying to bring to the game. It's another one of those bad habits that all these kids watching are going to try to shoot that they shouldn't be shooting.
Personally, I don't think that it's a great shot to shoot. I know guys like Harden, they work all the time on this type of stuff. Like, he has a creative imagination. He'll get out here and shoot the same shot over and over. But I will say, if you're going to shoot any type of shot like this, make sure it's balanced. But right now, there's coaches online right now talking about, I can't wait to snatch my player for this. And
it's exactly what they said in 1937 when Hank Lucetti started shooting jump shots. I never let our players shoot that. And imagine if that actually still took hold and we never got to shoot a proper jump shot.
Maybe never Steph Curry.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Anybody.
So, I think it's a great shot. I mean, it's been around for a long time. Mm-hmm. If you looked at guys like Dirk did it from the post. Yeah. You saw Steve Nash did it in the mid-range, the little runner. You see a lot of guys overseas always do it from the three-point line. And even if you look at game winners, sometimes when guys are trying to hit a buzzer beater at half court, they're running off one, right?
Now, what is your first concern when you're thinking about shooting that shot from 24 feet?
I mean, my whole thing, since I'm a shooter, growing up a shooter, is to shoot high percentage shots. And a lot of people will say, shooting super deep isn't high percentage, but this shot is a low percentage shot because it's a bad shot. It's very hard to keep your balance. It's very hard to be straight to the basket. It's very hard to... All the factors of shooting a good, perfect jump shot go out the window when you shoot a one-legged.
So if I'm going from left to right, it's actually a harder shot because I have to compensate by shooting the complete opposite way. Meaning if I'm going right boom, I'm having to shoot a little bit back left in order for the ball to fly straight and vice versa. So now if I have to come here, if I'm going right, I have to shoot back left in order for the ball to fly straight.
Yeah, when I'm going to my left, like it's more easy for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, because I'm more lined up into my shot. So my right arm, because I'm a right-handed shooter, I'm already lined to my shot.
Now if I'm going forward or backwards, that equals less left to right movement in terms of even like this. Because all you have to do, if you're talking about a jumper, you're talking about balancing first, then going straight up, and then, you know, you want your arm to go straight up.
As any normal person. So if I come up here, I think I get more power that way. Okay, so when you go to your left, you want to go off your left foot?
I want to go off my left foot.
Okay.
So my right arm, because I'm a right-handed shooter, I'm already lined to my shot.
Okay. And then when you go to your right, you think you're going to jump off your right foot?
Yeah, I mean, I could go to my right foot, but my body won't be as lined with the rim. Right. So what I want to do is try to like really get my core engaged, get low, and turn into my shot.
Here comes the screen, go. So I'm like this. I'm telling you, you're getting that off before I can get there.
But I think it's the same way with the regular shot.
Why?
Most players get that shot off a screen anyway.
Yeah, but I'm jumping by. I'm now like completely contesting that shot.
So let's try it again.
Right,
I'm
gonna try
regular.
Right. Okay, go. You know, like if I do that, now I didn't do that on the other shot. Let's try it. I'm gonna do the same on the other shot. I won't get anywhere close.
Okay.
Right? Ready? Okay, go. Yeah, like see that I can't get in front of you. We're always talking about the premium of having space to get the shot off.
Right.
Well, if I'm chasing you and you're doing a move and now I'm behind you, it
Right.
seems to me that step into that shot
Right.
maintains the space that you might want to have a free, much better open look versus off of two, whatever, I can now fly by you, right? And let's say, you know, fake me like this way and then kind of like, hey, I get fake, now you're going this way. Now I'm still, I can't quite get there versus the extra split second I might have if you put that left foot down and jump straight up.
But I feel like the game is evolving, you know, and every year you're seeing something new and newer. I mean, these coaches might not want to see that from young players, especially because, you know, what kids don't understand is guys like Steph Curry, James Harden, and all the greats that's doing these things, they have their fundamentals down pat.
Right.
So, like, if you're not fundamentally sound in your game, I'm pretty sure a coach wouldn't want to see you do that. But, I mean, for guys that really got that down and got the fundamentals down and understand how to play, you can get away with pulling on stuff like that. And I feel like you're going to see guys that can really play and really understand the game really get those off.
I also think certain shots using one leg give you an advantage, like a fadeaway. It creates a lot of space, so the shot is more open. I think from deep, since you're so far, the percentages aren't as high and you can get enough space. James Harden already gets enough space. We've seen with his, he already gets enough space that he can just shoot it that way. He's already unstoppable, so why lower your percentage?
So, what do you think? Is this a viable shot we should be shooting? If you ask Juan Carlos Navarro, I'm sure he'll tell you absolutely. Add it to your arsenal right now. And Justin Dentman has his exclusively right-footed three-point shot down to an absolute science. In fact, I love how he does it off the triple threat, catching defenders off guard and getting enough space for a clean look. I truly believe James Harden will start shooting these often, and I suspect he'll knock down quite a few at a good percentage. And at that point, it'll only be a matter of time until we see young kids working on this shot and daring to shoot them in games. I'm going to make sure I'm going to keep researching this, but great stuff. Thanks, Evan, for coming on. And don't forget, sports fans, at B-Ball Breakdown, not a channel, we're a conversation. You win. You win, Dad?
I'm in.
It's a B-Ball Breakdown, not a channel, we're a conversation. You win. You win, Bash?
Sure.
There's really only one way to determine whether this shot is a good shot or a bad shot.
Okay.
And that is whether he continues to shoot this season, his coaches allow him to shoot the shot, and whether his percentage is high enough for him to shoot the shot where it makes sense.
Absolutely. We saw that with the step back. He was making a ton of those.
Yeah.
And obviously, that was a good shot. And we see younger kids doing it, and they're going to start making them too the longer they are on the court practicing. So who knows? If he starts making these, you know you're going to see other guys doing it, and then the whole game changes, and it'll be our anarchy. So thank you so much for coming on the show today, Austin. That was awesome. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You win? You win, Austin?
I'm in.